So to Red Lipstick Vibes, the OG in the fucking hoe. So to Red Lipstick Vibes, the OG in the fucking hoe.
Welcome to Red Lipstick Vibes, where the vibes are always positive. Now, child, listen, there's a little disclaimer, okay? All views and opinions are not the views of the host This is a space for all to share their views respectfully and on topic, baby. If you are triggered or bothered by someone's opinions or thoughts, address them directly. Do not come for me, child. There is no censorship here unless you are targeting someone personally with the intent of being messy and rude. Let me be clear. We are here to understand all thoughts, views, and address the topics or questions that are being asked. I want to keep the conversation going to gain understanding from all men and women, respectfully. Now, let's start the show, baby.
Wisdom in her heart shines on her face. Every step is a lesson, every word a song, teaching all the young sisters where they belong. In her eyes is a light, in her voice is a truth, dripping gems of wisdom like a river overflowing with femininity. She's a timeless queen, she shines so bright, with style and grace and words so sweet, it makes you feel complete. She's a timeless queen with style and grace. Divine femininity covers her face, dropping gems from her mother's heart. Her style is a mirror of inner peace. From her joyful soul to her red lipstick, she speaks femininity wrapped in elegance so fine. She's bold, she's divine. Jewels in her laugh, diamonds in her smile, teaching us to walk the extra mile. She's the treasure that all men seek to find. Every whisper, every quiet phrase, in a melody of life to guide our way. Whether the storm's standing tall, teaching us how to not fall. She's a timeless queen, she shines so bright, with style and grace and words so sweet, it makes you feel complete. She's a timeless queen with style and grace. Divine femininity covers her face, dropping gems from her mother's heart. Her mother taught us, so now she teaches me. She said every step shows your style, walking with grace every day. Find beauty in the small things, keep your head up even when you fall. Love yourself most of all. She drops gems of wisdom, holding to her mother's vision, God of love and intuition. Stay strong, resolve, stay true, never play a part. Healing souls are set apart, blessed with wisdom from the start. Every move and every word she drops gems from her mother's heart. She's a timeless queen, she shines so bright, with style and grace and words so sweet, it makes you feel complete. She's a timeless queen with style and grace. Divine diamonds and rubies of wisdom. Now she giving us the gems her mother gave. We're dropping gems from her mother's heart. We're dropping gems from her mother's heart. We're dropping gems from her mother's heart.
Hey everybody. Thank you for coming by. Welcome to Red Lipstick Vibe, where the vibe's always positive. How y'all doing on tonight? Happy Monday evening. The second day of dealing with the clock going forward. It's driving me crazy. I don't know if I need to sleep or I just need to, I don't know. But thank you guys for coming through. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Today is going to be a, off-camera show. Pretty quick. I just wanted to run through this because I was supposed to do this show last week, but got overwhelmed with other stuff, so I'm going to do this now. And this is a part of the Mommy Dearest series that we are revisiting. And so I just want to just drop these gems on you guys. And if anything resonates, if anything, because I always give out some tools and tips of how to become better, and some resources at the end. So hopefully this information will help someone, especially for the moms, um, mothers that are women that want to be mothers, and those that are mothers already. So let's get into it. So we know that a lot of people are talking about the mamas and the parenting and stuff now, but we've been doing this, so I just need to revisit some things. Um, so yeah, that's what we're gonna do tonight. The link is in the chat. It's okay to be off camera because I'm off camera today as well. So first, let us get into our little announcements. Y'all know what it is. Every show, it's the same thing. For today's goals, $5, $5, Lord Jesus. 5 memberships. Membership is only $2.99. And one of the perks of being a member is that after every major live show goes on membership only. So if you want to go back and watch, you can't go back and watch unless you're a member. So that's one the perks of being a member. And also, we have the paper towel fund. So please hit the Cash App, Red Lipstick Vibes, and PayPal is the same thing at Red Lipstick Vibes. Thank you guys. Thank you. Let me see who's in the chat. Have a few people come through. I see my chef. I missed you, chef. Where you been at? You need to be, D Degenerate is in the chat. Hey D, thank you for tuning in. Hey Fatty, thank you for stopping by. Make sure you guys are cloud watching. Make sure y'all hit the like button, and you drop down in the chat. Let me know you're there. I know everybody's everywhere, but it's a Monday. It's a slow day, slow Monday, and I'm grateful. It's good to be here in the land of the living. So before I get into my lessons, y'all, I saw something. See, here's the thing. I always like to, how people like to jump on something. Hey, Take Heed is in. Hey, Take Heed. Great show. I was peeping. Take Heed is in the house. I always like to wait and see what happens when things start to transpire and stuff like that. And when the Dr. Umar daughter came out, and everybody and their mama jumped on it, right? Just jumped on it. And thank you, Chef, for the $5 super chat. Thank you. They always, people like to jump on it. And I'm the type of person like I like to wait. I like to wait and I like to do my research. You know what I mean? I don't like to do, because look, things can change in the middle of the night. Because I don't like to have to retract my stuff. Okay. I don't want to retract nothing. I want to be able to save my piece and my information be right and all that other jazz, right? So before we get into this lesson, I was on TikTok, right? And I came upon something. So everybody's just dragging Mr. Umar for a filth, right? Just talking cash money. And I said, I'm just going to wait. I'm going to wait on the Lord and be of good courage. So here is what I saw. Y'all ready? Y'all ready to see this? So if y'all haven't seen it, here's what I saw.
My biological father is Dr. Umar. I tried to contact him about, getting to know my sister. I asked him if he knows her or if he has her number. He ignored me and never responded. I'm 22 years old now. My dad has never been to anything important, no graduation, no birthday parties, nothing. He has not been in my life. Forget the relationship. I really don't care too much about that at this point. I just wanted a conversation out of you and you shut me down. You ignored me. And I'm not bashing you.
Really?
I just don't understand why you're ignoring me. I'm 22 years old and you have yet to be in my life.
Y'all know me too well. Y'all know my love for children is too strong for anybody to be coming out the woodworks telling you they've been trying to reach me when my number has been public for 20 years. Listen, brothers and sisters, I want y'all to listen. My phone number has been the same for 20 years. So anybody telling you.
Now, kudos to you, my brother, for having the same phone number for 20 years, okay? I don't think some people can remember their phone number that they had 20 years ago. Do y'all remember y'all beeper number? Y'all remember we used to have beepers? Or am I showing my age, y'all? I think. Do you know I still have my beeper? I still have my little blue beeper. Yes. And I know how to put the numbers in to make it look like letters. But kudos to Dr. Umar for keeping the same number for 20 years. My God, today. And yesterday and forevermore. Whew, okay. Go ahead, Dr. Umar. What else you got?
Anybody telling you they've been trying to reach me and my phone number hasn't changed in 20 years, mind you, I speak at graduations in Philadelphia all the time. I'm on the street in Philadelphia all the time. I have events in Philadelphia all the time. I got family in Philadelphia everywhere. And you've been trying to find me? Stop the cap now. Can we please stop the cap, brothers and sisters? Trying to build your struggle streamer career off of my back? Coming up out of nowhere? Acting like you've been looking for.
Well, I have to say he does have a point. He is everywhere all the time. So if you just want to pull up on the brother, you know what I'm saying? So he got a point. He got a point. I'm not championing him because he got his issues. But he has a point. He is very public. He is all over this country. All the time. So he has a point. This is why I say I like to wait. I like to wait to say things on issues because you can't really, talk about things when it's one-sided. because when it first came out, and I'm like, okay, the first thing that came to my mind, where's your mama? Hmm. You know that where your mama? But he has a point. Okay, hold on, Freddie.
Me.
Let me bring you this. Welcome, Freddie, to the
Hello.
oh,
So I can't stay for long because I have a couple of
yeah,
things
yeah.
to do later. Like, can you give me like a quick synopsis of what is happening with Dr. Umar Johnson? Like, why? Like, what is the point? Like, what is the point? Because I miss it.
So apparently, this young lady is his older daughter, right? And
Mhm.
she, because I didn't even know that he had an older daughter of she's like 22.
Yes,
So
two baby mamas.
yeah, she comes out of the woodwork and says that, he's a deadbeat dad. He never was there. He didn't pay no child support. He didn't do this and he didn't do that.
Hmm.
And just, spewing a lot of stuff about him and everything. And so everybody jumped on it because everybody don't like Dr. Umar. They think he's a scammer and all that kind of stuff. So they automatically like, see, I told you he's a bad man, blah 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 blah. And the more I listened to her talk, I said, yeah, she sounds like a bitter baby mama. She sounds like a mama. You know that thing when the mamas kind of poison the children against the daddy kind of thing.
Yeah. So what did she say? Like, do you know what she say in particular to for him to be a deadbeat dad? Like, because she's a older.
Yeah, on this clip she's talking about how she tried to reach out to him and he ignored her or never. And then I think on another clip, on TikTok she was saying that um he never came to see her. He never and something about child support, and he never brought her anything. He didn't show up at her graduation. Just the being a present parent.
So what did Omar say as defense?
So this is where this clip comes in. So let me go back so you can see it.
Thank you.
My biological father is Dr. Umar. I tried to contact him about, getting to know my sister. I asked him if he knows her or if he has her number. He ignored me and never responded. I'm 22 years old now. My dad has never been to anything important, no graduation, no birthday parties, nothing. He has not been in my life. Forget the relationship. I really don't care too much about that at this point. I just wanted a conversation out of you and you shut me down. You ignored me. And I'm not bashing you.
Really?
I just don't understand why you're ignoring me. I'm 22 years old and you have yet to be in my life.
Y'all know me too well. Y'all know my love for children is too strong. For anybody to be coming out the woodworks telling you they've been trying to reach me when my number has been public for 20 years. Listen, brothers and sisters. I want y'all to listen. My phone number has been the same for 20 years. So anybody telling you they've been trying to reach me and my phone number hasn't changed in 20 years, mind you, I speak at graduations in Philadelphia all the time. I'm on the street in Philadelphia all the time. I have events in Philadelphia all the time. I got family in Philadelphia everywhere. And you've been trying to find me? Stop the cap now. Can we please stop the cap, brothers and sisters? Trying to build your struggle streamer career off of my back? Coming up out of nowhere? Acting like you've been looking for me. Get
Cannot.
Damn, it's true. Shots at the daughter. That's crazy.
Shots fired, Fatty. I'm trying to tell you.
I thought he was coming here like on the defensive position. Hey guys, look, this is what happened. Like he's actually
Oh,
like
oh, he taking it to the streets. Okay,
Jesus
he's
Christ.
not playing with her at
Damn.
all. That's why I say it's. That's why everybody was jumping on the bandwagon. I mean, he has been dragged even by people we know in this space.
What does he call himself? King Kong consciousness or something like that?
The Prince of Pan African.
Jesus Christ, Prince. That's crazy.
Look, yes, indeed. I know. Yeah, it's more. Check this out.
Mama Smurf. When can the three of us have a sit down? I'm ready for this. I'm ready for. When
Uh-oh.
can Mama Smurf, Papa Smurf, and Baby Smurf have a sit down?
See, this is what I'm saying. It's always a third side to this, especially when it's that parenting thing. You know what I'm saying, Fatty?
Yeah, he's too confident to actually be something. He might
Exactly.
not be the present father, but it sounds like he has the old Infinity Gauntlet ready for the mother. That's why he's saying,
Oh
"Why can't
yeah,
we sit together real quick?"
look. You see the look on his face, Fatty? He's like, yeah, I got
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
ammunition.
Yeah,
He is ready.
that's crazy.
Oh, I'm ready for this. And I will have my white man paperwork. I will have my white man paperwork.
Well,
Did she reply to any of these?
I haven't seen anything yet.
Yeah, we know.
I haven't seen a reply to this yet.
We probably know the script. The script is too predictable, to be honest.
He said he got his white man paperwork, and where is Mama Smurf?
Mm, mm,
So
mm, mm,
there
mm.
is so much more to this story.
When can we do the sit down? When can we do the sit down? Been paying child support since you damn near came out the womb. Deadbeat who? When can we have a sit down?
And she's saying that she wasn't getting nothing. Now it's so interesting, Fatty, that she comes up when child support ends.
So this is the thing that you usually see, right? Is I think what is the singer guy that like his kids didn't like him because he kicked them out of the house at 30 or something like that and give him a bunch of money and they said
Time of night.
yes.
Hmm.
A lot of kids think that their dad's money or their dad's influence needs to be inherited to them before the person dies.
Yes, yes,
They feel entitled to it, and
yes,
that's the thing. I think it's the same thing. I think
yes.
this is she's a 22-year-old woman. Like we know the 22, 23, 24 is the young adult to
Mhm.
adult transition.
Yeah,
And the fact that he said you are trying to get your streaming career popping,
right.
it
I,
means that
I know,
yes,
yes,
this
it's
kind.
wild. It's wild. I'm telling
It
you.
seems like he sees the play. Is like, oh, you said you didn't want to talk with me, but now that you have to do grown up actually decisions instead of going to work to McDonald's, you're going to diss me so you can get your shit popping.
Right. And just like he said it in the comments, like she has so many interviews lined up, including she's really have an interview with Tasha K soon.
Oh, she has an interview with Tasha K. That nah, there's no.
Yes, that's why I was like, see, this is
There's
going.
no way. When is this interview?
I don't know. Take heed. Do you know when the Tasha K interview?
There's no. Oh my. This is actually the juicy thing, right? We kind of distract ourselves with like celebrity gossip a lot of times. This
Mm-hmm.
is the real deal. The Pan African prince that preaches family and all this. Either way goes, either he gets vindicated or the girl get. That's going to be prime. That will be red meat for our space.
Let me
Are you
tell you.
sure? Tasha K?
Oh, I'm look.
Oh
I do not
my
put it
god.
past because because Tasha K been on his behind for years. Okay,
Oh yeah, Tasha K
so
being
that would
thirsty
be
to catch him.
perfect.
Yeah, yeah.
Perfect for her to really stick it to him. But however, in this video, Tasha better be careful because it sounds like Dr. Umar got the white man paperwork for that ex.
Man paperwork. I will have my white man paperwork. When can we do the sit down? When can we do the sit down? Been paying child support since you damn near came out the womb. Deadbeat who? When can we have a sit down? Child support started, you wasn't even out your mama yet. And she took me to child support. Deadbeat who? Deadbeat who? Child custody file this thick. What are we talking about? Where is Mama Smurf?
Oh boy. Fatty, he is too confident.
He's too confident, but like he sometimes it might be just like a deterrent.
Mm-hmm.
My thing is more of and sorry, Zyrex. I hope you're doing good too. I was short. My bad. Um, how can you? I'm going to say it. Can I say it?
Yeah, go
If I get a snow bunny that takes care of my kid and we have a good relationship and we are together,
ahead.
is it better than having the situation that you have when you say that you are black first and black proud and all that, and you can even get along with the black queen and the black princess that you put it on this? Like, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. I get where you're going. Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like all these white women are going to do this and do that, and the motherfucker, you did it sound like you did the same thing. You see what I'm saying? It's kind of like I
yeah.
want to understand. I don't know, man.
Yeah, but
This
Daddy, what they gonna say. The black women kind of be out of order. So
no, I think it's just woman in general. You see what I'm saying? But the thing is, it's the it's the nobody's getting along.
hmm
You kind of peddle something like he's actually the solution, but
hmm
your life actually proved that
and it's not. Yeah,
that is not.
yeah,
And if you King Kong of consciousness, Prince of the Panic, 6'4", millions of dollars from the school that I don't know if he's going to open all that clout on. If you can keep a woman, if you can keep a relationship, like what the fuck is happening with us?
yeah,
If the best of us can keep a relationship, can keep a woman, a mother and child, like it sounds like he actually one thing that again, she's his daughter.
yeah,
She has resentment towards him, and she didn't say that he said nothing crazy. Says that he just doesn't engage with her. Like
yeah. It's more clips of her saying a lot of stuff, and
yes, yes,
like I was saying earlier, it you know it sounds like the bit of mama thing. Because a lot of times when you have these types of situations, the mother pours a lot of venom against the father
but
into the
there's the
and they grow up with that resentment and stuff, and a lot of times it's unwarranted. You know what I
so
mean?
but the thing is, and thank you very much, Theo. Theo being supporting everywhere I go. I appreciate you, Theo. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
The thing is, Red.
hmm
This man had all the time. If he has all these papers,
hmm
he could just call his daughter and says, "Hey, I've been trying to be your father for I don't know how many years. Your mother is making it very difficult.
hmm
So now you are 18 years old. I don't have to go through work to talk with you. Let's go on a dinner and I will show you X, Y, and Z what was or not in your life. And this is what I actually prepare for you so you can have a chance in the future of becoming something that comes out of me." You see what I'm saying? I think
Yeah,
there's a mature way to do it. And there's a lot of like I think he's Mr. Palmer and the guy, the Minister Jeb.
yeah. Oh,
They
yeah.
say fuck them kids. But
Yeah.
the thing is, it can be fuck them kids forever. It should
Yeah.
be fuck them kids until they are 18. And when they're 18, we have to have a conversation so
hmm
they can understand why I didn't was on our lives. And especially, I have to give something for them. I'm sorry, Red.
Yeah, yeah. I agree with you, but however, I think why he's doing it this way is because she made it so public.
Yeah, but there's the point. She's 22. Like,
She,
what happened on the 18, 19, 20, 21? See what I'm saying?
she has never reached out to him.
No, but there's the thing. He can reach out to her too. He's the dad, right?
Well, this is the point that he's trying to make. There is something. If you listen to the clip, there
Hmm?
is something happened, whereas there is no type of communication. Is what he's saying. If you can pay attention to what he's saying,
Yeah,
that
no,
you.
no, I get it, but there's the thing. He actually should lead with
Mhm.
the mama made the pain in the ass to actually go ahead and to take care of my daughter. I have all this paper with things that I did. And at 18, 19, 20, 21, I tried to get in contact with my daughter, and my daughter didn't want to talk with me.
And
And did he say? But did he say that? He didn't say that, right?
no, I don't know, but that could have been the case though.
But that's the thing.
I've heard a lot.
Wouldn't you lead with that if that was true? Hey, do you think that I didn't try to? I literally 2 years ago I called you so we can have a conversation. It sounds like it was a continuum. You see what I'm saying? He made the decision when she was younger, and now that she's older, he still kind of like didn't at least extend the you see what I'm saying, the olive branch to see if she's in it or not. Because if
Yeah,
she refuses, now you're good because you tried.
yeah.
It doesn't look like
Yeah,
you
I
tried.
think I have to say that we still in the early stages, Fatty, because you know how these
Damn.
boys
Till season
evolve.
one, season one of the Penny for.
Right, you know he's going to evolve because you know he still got his, you know, he's trying to. I think in this clip he says he's want to set up a meeting, but so this week, because this clip is from Thursday, that last
Yeah.
Thursday. So let's see what he says.
Child support started. You wasn't even out your mama yet. And she
Woo-wee.
took me to child support. Deadbeat who? Deadbeat who?
Damn.
Child custody file this thick. What are we talking about? Where is Mama Smurf? Where is Mama Smurf? Can we please have a sit down? Calling me names? Using profanity? Really? Because you want to build your career. Okay. Build your career, princess. I want you to be happy. I want you to do what you must do, but you're not going to lie on me. I can't believe all you YouTubians and
Name
nobody
YouTubians.
asked this child, where is your mother? Can we hear from your mother? Where is the mother? No.
And see that's what I
Yeah,
said.
he's too confident. Yeah, I think
I
that he's too
said,
confident.
where is the mama?
He's too confident. Yes.
That's see, I told you. See, Fatty, I know what I be saying.
When somebody's talking and smacking on their motherfucking.
Uh-huh.
Oh, where is she? Where is she?
I tell you, look,
I love
you
this.
know me, I be picking up these things. He is too confident, Fatty.
Just too confident. I would,
That mama did something.
if I
Okay.
was the mom, I wouldn't pull up either. I
Oh,
would.
look, and she better not go on Tasha K.
But that's the thing. No. But Tasha K, the thing about Tasha K, she learned, right? Now she does the allegedly, and she does the everything that he said on this show. She does the disclaimer, right? I don't know if I like. Is the daughter doing this for clout and money?
I think so. Yeah,
But that's the thing. This can backfire massively if
massively.
he's
Yeah.
right.
He's too confident, Fatty. He is. Look, he's talking about a sit down and all kind of stuff. And I got my paperwork is an inch or what 2 inches thick.
Yeah. This man is.
Uh,
This man. This man
oh
is too
no,
confident.
he's too confident.
Nobody's asking for the mama. Y'all just so anxious to see me belittled. Y'all just so interested in seeing me disgraced. Nobody even said, where's the mama? Can we talk to your mama? Can we talk to your mama? Nobody's asking for the mama. Where is the mama? What is your mama's Instagram? We want to ask her some questions. Where's your mama's face? Where is the mother? And none of y'all asking no questions.
Lord have mercy.
This is how you know that this is not about the truth. Where the mama at? She know the story. Mama know. Mama knows. But I'm going to give y'all a few questions to ask. If his number hasn't changed in 20 years, why haven't you called for an in-person conversation? You wait until now. Why is that? Why did you wait until now? I want you to get off of social media for a minute. Stop looking ridiculous. Get off social media for a minute, baby Smurf. Stop looking ridiculous. And I want you to get Mama Smurf. And on Thursday, 1 week from today, I'm calling you out, you and Mama Smurf. I want a respectable private FDMG tour and luncheon. Baby Smurf, Mama Smurf, and Big Papa. Wilmington, Delaware. Let's put it into this right now. Let's see who really telling the lies around here. Oh, yes.
This man talking like he's WrestleMania.
Look,
Let's settle this. 13 February, Alabama,
Yeah.
Staples Center. Let's
Look, he
go.
done set up the event. Now that was last week. So let's see, y'all, if this meeting happens on Thursday. I don't know.
I
We
don't know,
shall see.
man. Man, sound, these men,
He,
you know what he sounded like?
uh-huh.
He sounded like he's setting her up.
Ooh, fatty, fatty. Look,
I know a setup when I see one.
especially if the mama's going to be there too.
Nah, the mom is not going to show up because there's no way.
You don't think so?
Mm-mm.
Hmm.
Unless she actually has some proof, but the thing is, if the daughter had, like, if she had proof, she would show it to the daughter. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. She better show up because then he's going to have his side. His paperwork. His what do you say? White man paper. White man paperwork.
But there's the thing. I don't know. I'm feel conflicted because Dr. Umar talks like he's better than other people, and he's
Mhm.
just like everybody else. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So is the so you have two baby mamas.
Hmm.
You couldn't like, and he's a simp too because he simps a lot.
Yeah.
Kind of like makes the responsibility, puts the responsibility on the man and all that shit. If the responsibility is on the man, how are you like oh for two?
Hmm.
I don't know, man.
I don't
You
know. Cindy.
you better be bulletproof when it comes to these YouTube
Oh,
streets. When it comes to mom.
yeah. You can't have any holes to for people to expose
Loose
when you
ends. Yeah.
yeah.
But that
And
I want to see this Tasha K situation because
I know. He says she hasn't announced it yet, but what when she's gonna do it, but I would definitely want to see that, but I want to see if she shows up for this meeting with Papa Smurf.
if you had to pick a side right now, what is it pick a side with the information that you have? Would you side more with Tim or with her?
Okay, I'm gonna go with a gut feeling, and I'm a daughter. Okay, so all right, and I still have my dad in my life, so I
Hmm.
get it. But you waited 20 out of all the 22 years. I can't go a day without talking to my dad. Okay. So for 22 years, you have not talked to him, but all of a sudden now you want to reach out to him. And she literally says she only reached out to him so that she can get her sister's information so she can foster a relationship with her sister. It wasn't to connect with him, it was to get with the sister.
Yeah, but that's the point, and this is what I'm talking about. One of them is going to show. What's up, D? One of them is going to have to show proof that either they
Exactly.
sent the message and there was no reply, or
Hmm.
that the message was actually never got there. You see what I'm saying? Like
Right.
that's easy receipts to actually get, right? So
Right. And the fact that he's too confident for he just the way he's setting this up and the way he's talking, especially when he mentions the mama, that a lot of this situation here, whatever is going on, has to lot to do with the mama, and we know how these bitter baby mamas do. I'm gonna have to put a question mark on that. I'm at this point, I'm leaning towards him for right now.
yeah, but what one thing that I'm completely against is
Mhm.
you cut your kids completely even after they are like you have to foster that relationship. You can't be doing that because you know what's up. Like my dad had the kid with the white woman when he was on the military. Like
Mhm.
whoa, like when he was a kid, right?
Mhm.
And they kind of like poisoned the well to with my sister, like a half sister.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? Oh, he doesn't want to see it. And she had like all the resentment and shit. And then at 18, when she went to college, my dad kind of says, "Oh, this is your brothers, and let me pay you for college, and let me pay for this, and let me help you with that. Da, da. And she was like, shit, that has nothing to do with what they told me.
Right. Yeah.
So I believe that the kid has the dad has to give a chance to the kid. You see what I'm saying? To at least a fighting chance. Damn, Tio,
Thank you, Tio.
you gave a membership to Shiesty Avenger Action. Damn.
But see, and see, that's the thing. Um, Judging from where how he's talking, we don't know if that uh that he did try. You
And
know,
there's the point. If he
and
doesn't try,
not
if he doesn't try,
right,
this is not right. I don't
right.
care.
And
I don't care if the woman tried to get you out of. No, you didn't try. You have
now,
to try.
now you did hear him say that he has a file. The white man's file is child custody. So that means, Fatty, at some point he was fighting for custody for her.
Mm-mm. I
So
am. I am.
it's going to be. So at some point he was fighting custody for her.
I am.
This is going to be good. It's like a saga going. I'm mixed. Yeah,
Hey,
we
if
shall
he
see.
tried in the past between 18 and now,
Mm-hmm.
I have nothing bad to say about what he did.
Yeah.
If he reached out, hey, this is what I was in your life. Let's talk
Mm-hmm.
about it. If he
That's
tried, I have nothing to say. If he didn't, I feel some kind of way.
mm-hmm. So I mean, look, we just have to see. We'll see what happens on Thursday. But I think T.O. or D said that she did an interview with Tommy Somo.
Wait, with Tommy Sotomayor?
Yeah, that's what he put in the chat.
That's crazy. Hey, Theo, can you send me that link?
Send the link to Fatty do a
No,
react.
yeah, I sent it to you too.
Oh, okay.
There's no
That is
way. There's,
absolutely crazy.
Tommy is messy fuck. I'm going to cuss him out. Let me send
Yeah,
him a
he
message
said
real quick.
it's on Rumble.
Thomas. Let me cuss Tommy out real quick. You son of a bitch. Tommy is ruthless, bro.
So
Was it the messy interview, or it was more of like a kind-hearted type of,
yeah,
or it
T.O.
was the spilling the tea type of
Right,
interview?
right. Miss Jill says he probably does have the paperwork. I remember about 10, 12 years ago, he was complaining about a blog talk radio channels about his court issues. Oh, so you talking about 10, 12 years ago. So that means she was a teenager, a young girl.
Mm.
Oh, see the plot thickens. The plot thickens. Oh my god. I wanna see it. So T.O., well, was he nice? Was Tommy nice to her?
It probably was. Tommy's cool.
What,
I'm going to send you the link. I
okay.
wasn't supposed to do a show tomorrow. Remember before I do this. You got the first dibs, right? Because you got it first. Let me send this real quick.
Okay.
And I have to go, but actually, thank you very much for clarifying me
Yeah, thank you for coming up.
when it comes to this situation, because something wrong is not right. So we need to figure
Mhm.
this out.
Yeah, I kind of figured when it first came out, and I saw everybody just jumping on it. Even O'Shea and everybody was just clowning him and stuff. I said, you know what? When it comes to these, you know, custody and baby mamas and stuff like that, and it always has to be a reasoning for because men just don't walk away from their children. You know, no,
Sometimes they
normally,
do. On this situation, doesn't look like he's just
right. It normally men don't walk away from their children easily. Normally. Now I'm not saying we
the
don't
men
got no
that walk
dummies.
away from their children easily. Either the mother was against them, or they're like
Right.
18,
It's
so they don't give a fuck
always
about. Yeah, yeah.
something. It's something, and like my granny would say, it's always something in the milk ain't clean. So that's why I was like, let me wait before I say anything. And that's when I saw that video on Thursday. So this Thursday, y'all, we want to see if Dr. Umar and Baby Smurf and Mama Smurf.
Damn, that's crazy.
We gotta wait to Thursday.
You need to chill. I appreciate you, Red. Thank you very much for having me. Okay.
Thank
If you
you.
did, let me know. Bye bye.
All right. Bye bye. All right, guys. This was good. Okay. I mean, thank you, Freddie, for coming up. Whew, that Umar situation, y'all. And like I said, I wanted to wait to see, you know, where we go. Yeah, I'm gonna go watch as soon as I finish going through this lesson. Okay. Speaking of mamas, y'all. Hey, Marcus. Did you see the we got witching hours in the morning, okay? So Marcus, I need you to be in the building, okay? All right, Marcus. We got witching hours, okay? Army vet says his confidence shows me he cares about what people thinks about him. That's enough. Well, we already know he's a narcissist. That's a given. I mean, that's that's Umar for you. And again, thank you, Tio, for gifting the 5 memberships. Thank you. All right, guys. So this lesson should be real quick. And speaking of baby mamas and stuff, we're going to talk about the cold mother syndrome. Okay. We're going to get through that real quick. We are going to talk about the cold mother syndrome. Okay. So first, y'all know what the series is, especially, now that everybody's jumping on the bandwagon and talking about the mamas out here in these streets. Okay. So I need to revisit some things that we have talked about in the past. So during this series, we're going to be talking about, I'm sorry, y'all, that's my daddy. My dad texted me. Dude, I'm live. Lord have mercy. We're going to talk about the mother syndromes. We're going to talk about the types of mothers, the characteristics and behaviors. We're going to talk about how they affect the children. And we're going to do some results and solutions. Okay? All right, let's get through this real quick, y'all. Because I think I need to go on Rumble so I can watch. I need to go see what Tommy talking about. Make sure y'all hit the Cashapp, super chat, and hit the like button, guys, while we go through this quickly. All right, what is a cold mother syndrome? Cold mother syndrome is a parenting style where the mother is emotionally distant, dismissive, unresponsive to her child's needs. It can negatively impact a child's sense of self, ability to form healthy relationships, and emotional development. These mothers often create emotional distance, showing little interest or joy in their children's achievements or growth. Cold mother syndrome is a lack of emotional presence and nurturing. How many times you have heard Miss She said these chickadees, these mamas out here have no empathy and nurture in their bones for their kids. We hear it and we see it. Other names for cold mother syndrome is absent parent syndrome, distant parent syndrome, and detached mother syndrome. Y'all got that? Types of cold mother syndrome. So here's a little bit of the characteristics of it. They're emotionally unavailable. Emotionally absent parents keep an emotional distance from their children, interacting with them only when necessary. Now, we could take a page out of what has been happening recently, right? So the mother that left her children in the home for 3 years, she only interacted with them when it was necessary, and that was to bring food. Cold mother syndrome. And remain uninvolved in their children's lives. Emotionally unavailable parents do not provide emotional support or guidance that their child needs to develop healthy emotional regulation. social competency, and coping strategies. There are two types of emotional unavailable parents: the nonchalant parent and the hostile parent. Another one is avoidant mother. When a child wants support, avoidant parents and caregivers may downplay or ignore their problems, encouraging to develop an avoidant attachment style. These parental behaviors include not responding to a baby or a child's cry. Have y'all ever seen someone just let their child just cry? Child could be hollering, rolling on the floor, falling out the crib, and they just blank. Dismissive mother syndrome. A dismissive mother is unable to. Sorry. Oh, thank you, thank you, brother, for the Cashapp. Thank you. Promote camp. Thank you for the membership. Let me go back. Where were we? Okay. They often send the message to their child that they are too needy or too clingy when the child is expressing developmentally appropriate needs. Then you have the non-nurturing mother. And Sis talks about this a lot on Shame Sunday. It refers to a mother who lacks the emotional warmth, support, and responsiveness necessary to meet her child's needs, displaying a cold and distant and dismissive attitude. Get off me, that kind of thing, Leaving the child feeling neglected and unloved. How many have experienced that? These are the types of the cold mother syndrome. I got a clip. Let's take a look.
And honest in the lives of little girls who experience toxicity from mothers who only gave what they thought was right. And time after time, I found that these mothers experienced traumatic episodes which were silenced in their youth and with a cycle of toxic parenting. Thus, the way these mothers showed up to these little girls. The backhanded comments, the negative responses, the constant ridicule dressed up in their honesty, the anger, the resentment, the I put a roof over your head, clothed and fed you type of mamas.
How many times have you heard that? Have you guys heard mamas, we talk my mothers, say, I clothe you, I put a roof over your head, I fed you. I did my job. I've clothed you, I put a roof over your head, I put food in your belly. That's all I need to do with you. That's the cold mother syndrome.
Others were not emotionally available, picking up and picking at their own wounds, fighting for their lives and maintaining the best way that they knew how. But little girls who knew nothing about their past grew up feeling lonely, unloved, and isolated, leaving them to learn nothing from unavailable women.
Can I give you a big hug? No, thanks.
Years, I don't talk to you because I don't feel loved and supported as your child. And you should hear me and try to address that and not make me feel even worse for having feelings as a person. This has been years in the making. It has nothing to do with Andre. I will never be perfect in your eyes. There's nothing I can do. And I'm tired of feeling like I can't be a human being.
Parents, it's so important to hear your children on an emotional level. If you cannot hear your child and they are directly expressing themselves to you and going into full-blown detail of how you hurt them and how it made them feel, and you cannot empathize with them or relate to them, or being stubborn about it and acting as though you don't understand what they're saying because it hurts your ego, then you have a problem.
I don't feel connected to my baby. This is what I felt and thought for weeks.
Now, let me say something about this. So, when I worked in the maternity ward, the OB section at the hospital, I've actually seen this. And this is one of the effects of, and I'm going to get into this on a later date, where women actually will give birth and literally do not want to even touch their babies. Like, I've actually had one mom, she didn't want to look at it, she didn't want to touch it, she didn't want to hear it cry. She would say, "Get it away from me." Like, she was completely detached from her child. And I've also have known of someone from my old church where she was just so detached from her kid. Like, and she was married and, you know, had a family and stuff like that, but she just was not, she would take care of him, but to show love and affection towards the kid, she just was not there. Just totally cut off. Now, it wasn't until, you know, when the you know, the child gotten older and she was able to get counseling and stuff like that, and we're going to get into that part where she was able to actually start to bond with her kid. So, guys, this is some real things now. So we're talking about the cold mother syndrome.
And I had so much shame and guilt around it that I really wanted to talk about it and share so that other moms understand that they're not alone. I started feeling sad and down about it because I felt like I had this pressure to be so excited that I was pregnant. Like, I should just be rainbows and butterflies, so happy, skipping and just shouting it from the rooftops. And I wasn't feeling that.
Narcissistic mothers are emotionally unavailable. They treat their children as mere objects rather than human beings with their own autonomy. Narcissistic mothers demand perfection to boost their ego. If they do not receive perfection from their children are devalued and discarded time and time and time again. Narcissistic mothers have what I like to call the audacity. They demand that you give them blind loyalty no matter how poorly they treat you. Narcissistic mothers are grandiose. They believe that you will tolerate their abuse for years and decades to come simply because she is your mother. Narcissistic mothers do not change. They never take accountability for the things that they do. They believe with time and time alone, you will forgive them for their malicious and abusive behavior towards you.
I hate my kids. I hate myself for saying that. I don't even want to be around my kids.
Yo! Didn't I tell y'all? Didn't y'all think I just be talking? And I found a lot of clips like this where women are expressing disdain for their children. Okay. Like, they don't even want to be around them. I just don't be talking out the side of my neck, y'all. I be knowing this. Look.
Mommy, at school today, somebody called me stupid. Really hurt my feelings. You're not stupid. Mommy, did you hear me? It really hurt my feelings. I think Daddy's outside in the yard. Why don't you play with him? Mommy, did you hear me? My feelings are hurt. I'm really sorry to hear that. You're okay.
But mommy, that really hurt.
You see how cold she was? Just pat on. You all right? You okay? No.
Like I said, you'll be fine.
Do you think I could have broken something?
Okay.
Misha says some people don't have an emotional attachment to their own children, and that's what I don't get.
I can't wrap my mind around it. It's so sad. And the crazy part is that most of the time, when you look at those scenarios, that person as well had a parent that was not present.
Mm-hmm.
When you see it like in its fullness, it makes me give grace, because there's some things someone sat down and taught you, like, hey, look both ways before crossing the street. Literally life principles that someone sat down and taught you. And then there's the other things that no one taught you, but you just caught it from growing up in that environment.
7 signs of emotionally unavailable parents. Number 1, upping your negative emotions. You say you're stressed, they say they have it worse. Suddenly the conversation is about them, and your feelings don't matter. Feeling exhausted from school or work, they fire back with, you think that's exhausting? I work twice as hard, completely invalidating your experience. Number 2, guilt tripping you for seeking support. You open up, and instead of empathy you get, after everything I've done for you, you're still unhappy? Now you feel selfish for even having emotions. You tell them that you're struggling, and suddenly it's about how much they've sacrificed, making you question whether you're allowed to feel the way that you do. Number 3, dismissing your feelings. If you're upset, they tell you to be more grateful or toughen up. Your emotions aren't just ignored, they're treated like an inconvenience. You share that you're feeling down, and they hit you with, you have a roof over your head. What do you have to be sad about? Teaching you that emotions don't matter unless they make sense to them. Number 4, making you feel alone despite their presence. They're physically there but emotionally checked out. Sitting right next to them feels like sitting next to a stranger. They're glued to their phone, lost in their own world, offering no engagement or acknowledgement.
Now, we talk about this too, and sis can chime in on this one, where the parent is always on their devices, they're with their friends. The child can be right there in the room and they are just checked out. Child can be climbing up on the wall, but they so into doing the ticky-tacky, hurting themselves and setting the house on fire, but they don't care. They just check completely out of being a parent.
Acknowledgement of your presence. Number 5, avoiding deep conversations. You try to open up, but they shut it down. I don't want to talk about this. Emotional depth makes them uncomfortable. Bring up something important, and suddenly they're too busy or act like
they will make excuses not to have a conversation with you. They will make excuses not to address anything with you. Cold mother syndrome. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Please hit the Cashapp for the paper towel fund. $ at RedLipstickVibes and PayPal at RedLipstickVibes.
never happened. Number 6, engaging only on their terms. They'll talk when it's about their problems or interests, but the moment the focus is on you, they disengage. They can go on for 20 minutes about their work drama, but the second you start talking about your day, they suddenly have something to do. Number 7, offering surface level affection. They might say I love you or provide financially, but there's no real emotional connection.
Can you imagine growing up with a parent that never gave you a really heartfelt hug where you felt their love? Can you imagine growing up not ever hearing your mother say, I love you? I'm proud of you. Can you imagine that? How you would feel? The mother that would just say, well, oh, you know I loved you because I clothed you and I fed you and I kept a roof over your head.
It's an obligation, one that feels hollow when you need them the most.
What y'all think about the clip? This is what cold mother syndrome looks like. That was me, sis. No dad, mom gone at 9. I never heard those things and was angry at God. Oh, yes, brother. I get it. And if I want to be a little transparent, y'all know I'm a daddy's girl. But I didn't always have a good relationship with my mom. My mom had the cold mother syndrome. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I experienced that for a little bit until she got better. So to not have any affection does affect you in different ways, especially when you're growing up. And I always wanted to just hear her say that she loved me and she was proud of me. And I'm trying not to cry. It took a long time for her to get there. And we're going to talk about those causes why mothers turn into cold mothers. And I'm thankful that I had the opportunity to have that conversation with her and to hear her say those words to me before she passed away. So not only was her spirit free, so was mine. So, having said that, this is a good time for us to get into the signs and the causes, because I had to learn a lot of the causes that we have why women turn to cold mothers is some of the reasons why my mom was like that. And here's another point for the fathers. We talked about why fathers are important. Because of my dad being so much as a part in my life, I was able, it was like compensation for that missing piece from my mother. Y'all get what I'm saying? So the effects of it wasn't so harsh is because my dad was there to pick up the slack. If that makes sense. Does that make sense? Y'all get what I'm saying? Y'all say something in the chat. You get what I'm saying. Okay. So again, here's where dads, you are important. Because you don't know when the mom is completely shutting down. She may be very robotic when you're there, dads, but when you're not there, that's a whole nother show. Let's get into it. Okay. All right, so let's look at the signs. So, gentlemen, dads, here are some of the signs that you should be paying attention just in case you need to intervene, okay? Here are some of the signs. Lack of affection. We talked about that. Lack of communication. They avoid eye contact, impatience or indifference when responding to the child's emotions, being dismissive or overwhelmed when the child has emotional needs. Do not express love in words or actions and reject their child's display of affection. Like we saw in the clip where the little girl was like, "No, I want a hug." Didn't want to give the hug, right? Sorry, guys. I'm sorry, I had the video in front of it. I'm sorry, guys. Also, let's go back to the top. Lack of affection, lack of communication, avoiding eye contact, impatient or indifference when a child has emotional needs, being dismissive. They don't express love in words or actions. And when a child wants to display, some affection, they kind of shun away from it, or they're very cold with it, a little pat. I don't want a hug from you. Just like we saw in the clip where the girl was like, "Can I get a hug?" No. Okay. They don't praise or offer positive feedback or do not encourage. Unrealistic expectations. She may expect her child to be independent and tough at a young age. How many of y'all experienced that? Latchkey kids. How many experienced that? Critical. Overly critical and demanding. Critical, just what? Always got something negative to say. Lord Jesus. Everything's negative. Nothing's never positive. Neglectful. She withhold guidance and monitoring. How many times you seen the girls, the mamas be walking with their kids, and the kid, she be like a half a block away, and the kid be way in the back. She don't even care. She not even paying attention. No monitoring, no guidance, no nothing. Just cut off, right? Lack of interest in the child's life, their activities, their struggles, their achievements. Distracted behavior. She may often appear preoccupied with other things, the internet, twerking, drinking. You know how they do. They trick in the night. Okay. Acts robotically. A cold mother may appear as if they are driven by a motor. Their movements and motions are mechanical in nature, adding to the feeling of disconnect. And we all, this lack of accountability always find themselves somewhere in this. We talked about women for some reason. Lack of accountability. Cold mothers are often unable to be self-reflective. That is very, very true. Because you know why? Because they do no wrong. Because if I clothe you, I feed you, and you got a roof over your head, I'm a good mother. This is what they think. Let me see what y'all say in the chat. Okay, y'all laughing, Carol. Okay. Okay, now let's get into some causes. Because, I just want to be saying like, "Oh, you just bashing women. You don't have no compassion for them. Blah, blah, blah. You don't know what they're going through. Blah, blah, blah." Okay. Yes, we do. I care about what they're going through. Because I had to do it with my mom. I need to get down to the causes. Let's talk about the causes, y'all. Mental health issues is the number one thing. Okay. Because there's a lot of women out here having babies, and they already got mental health issues. You got a lot of women out here having babies, and they already bipolar. Okay. Personality disorders. Hoism. Okay. Addictions can cause a woman to have cold mother syndrome. They're addicted to alcohol, pills, any type of substance, and we have to put in here addicted to attention. Addicted to attention. Yes, we got to put we got to put that there for addiction. It's no longer just, drinking and smoking and stuff like that. Here's another one. Immaturity. Mothers who are emotionally immature, either due to age, mental health concerns, and other reasons, will often struggle to provide a sound emotional base for their children. This lack of foundation in mother's own life can lead to cold mothering. Life stresses, work, marriage to school, divorce, breakups, boyfriend don't want, y'all know what that look like. Lack of empathy. Narcissistic mothers can have cold mother syndrome, as children are often viewed as possessions. That means that have a means to the mother's end. So when these chickadees go off and have these babies with these athletes or whatever, you know what I'm saying, with somebody that got money, it's not the love of the child, it's the love of the ends to end, the means to the mother's end. Meaning that child is a possession, and the possession has a dollar sign on it, which leads to cold mother syndrome, because there is no attachment. The child is viewed as a thing, and so they're going to just treat it just like a thing. Y'all get what I'm saying? Y'all get what I'm saying? So this is why a lot of these women are so easily can put their child off to everybody with no care, don't even, not a second thought about it. Because there's no real true connection and emotions and nurture there, because the child is a paycheck, or the child is just there to be connected to the father, or the thing that she really cares for and what she really wants. So they get pregnant, have this baby just for that. Why do we see a lot of times, we've seen it in the news, where these moms, when the man leaves or they get another girl, or they move on, they end up deleting the child, because that means to the end is no longer there. You are no use for me anymore. Y'all get what I'm saying? Do y'all get what I'm saying? There's no more use for the baby anymore. Hey, Poppy. This is why these hookers do it. They don't have no baby because they want to be a mother. No, they have the baby because it's a means to the mother's end. I'm gonna get this check, okay? And then they go off and mistreat the baby, neglect the baby, put the baby off to whomever. The baby is possession. Is it just a thing? You got a lot of cold bombers out here, okay? Cold-hearted booger wolf mamas. Brothers, y'all be careful where y'all be sticking your weenie. Okay? Procreating with these. Here's another cause. And here's where it comes in with the experience I have with my mom. Childhood traumas. Parents with a history of child abuse are emotionally unavailable due to preoccupation with their childhood trauma issues. A mother being emotionally neglected as a child can lead to cold mother syndrome. I had to learn when I have a conversation with my mom, and these are her words verbatim. I only knew what I was taught to do. Because her mom never showed emotions or love to her. So in turn, she did the same. You said be nice to them. Be nice to these hoes. Whatever. So these are some of the causes, y'all. So be on the lookout for these types of things. Mom burnout. That's what we talked about the last time on Mommy Dearest series. We talked about the mom burnout. It can lead to the mom feeling disconnected from her needs as well as the needs of her child. She's burnt out. And here's the last one. Grief. Grief comes up most readily following the loss of a loved one. Grief can also occur when we feel we have lost ourselves. How many times we've seen these clips and people talking like, I don't know who I am anymore. I lost myself. I'm, feeling disconnected from myself or from a reality, And it is a common for mothers to experience a shift in identity, let alone a feeling of loss of identity from caretaking to postpartum depression. Postpartum depression is one of the reasons why moms become cold mothers. Okay? Let's take it in, guys. These are some of the causes. All right. Okay. We talked about the mamas. We talked about the signs and we talked about the causes. So we need to talk about the effects on the children. We can't half step, right? We got to go all the way around the bush. So I have a clip for y'all to watch. Here you go.
What kind of childhood did you have? Oftentimes, when you talk about having a bad or abusive childhood, people will associate it with physical abuse, the kind that leaves marks and bruises. But what about the pain that leaves invisible scars? Childhood emotional neglect is a type of abuse where the child is ignored, not taken seriously, told their feelings don't matter, and treated like they're not even there. And this can be a difficult and devastating experience, and it can affect the way you see yourself in others, or in your relationships, and even impact your emotional and physical health. To learn more about this, here are 5 signs you've been emotionally neglected in childhood. Number 1, you have trouble understanding your emotions. If your feelings were ignored as a child, you never would have learned how to feel and express them in a healthy way. Instead of talking and supporting you, your parents may have ignored you or told you that it's not a big deal. As a result, you may now find it hard to recognize the emotions you feel, let alone express them to others. A research article from 2013 even found that early emotional neglect in childhood played a role in developing alexithymia, which is when you experience difficulties in identifying, decoding, and communicating your own emotional state. After all, if you have difficulty understanding your own emotions, then you'll have a harder time coping and overcoming them as well. Number 2, you avoid social situations. The home you grew up in becomes the baseline for the types of relationships you form. In childhood, the time spent with your parents is the time when you learn how to converse, express your emotions and opinions, and have fun with others. So if you experienced neglect, your opportunity to learn how to socialize became neglected as well. A 2019 study showed that growing up without a sensitive and responsive caregiver who provides emotional support and security has negative effects on social functioning. This means, as an adult, you may have become afraid of people, and you'll try your best to avoid social gatherings in general. Maybe you feel like you don't know what to do or say, or you're simply afraid that you're going to be rejected by others, just like you used to be when you were a kid. Number 3, you have low self-worth. As a child, you are completely dependent on your parents. They're here to teach you not only about the world, but also about yourself. In this way, you end up internalizing your parents' ideas and values and making them your own. So when your parents neglect and ignore you, they're sending you a message that you don't matter. This is where your self-image and self-esteem may have been damaged. And as you grow older, you end up carrying these feelings with you as you go through life. As an adult, you may neglect taking care of yourself due to feelings of inadequacy and feeling like you're not good enough for those around you. Number 4, you're trying to please everyone. Children who grew up in emotionally neglected households often had to pay attention to their parents' emotions instead of their own. If you had to constantly make sure to never upset or anger your parents, you may have grown up to become a people pleaser. This can mean being afraid of rejection or abandonment, being preoccupied with what others think and feel, and becoming fearful of saying no because you don't want to appear mean or to hurt others' feelings. But this can take a toll on your mental health, leaving you stuck in relationships where you give more than you take, overworked because you've taken on too much responsibility, or becoming exhausted and burned out from trying to take care of everyone else. And number 5, you feel unexplained resentment towards your parents. Sometimes parents are not intentionally neglectful. They may provide a roof above your head, access to education, and food on your table. But as much as they're able to provide you with all the material things you need, they may have forgotten that you need love as well. As a result, when you grow up, you may feel unexplained anger or resentment towards them. Maybe you avoid them or never visit them. You may even become confused as to why you feel the way you feel. After all, you can't say they deprived you of basic human needs or abused you. But even if you didn't recognize the emotional neglect they put you through, you may have felt it. You knew something was missing, and you still feel it today, even if you're not sure how to explain it.
All right, guys. Here we go. Effects on the children. Avoidant attachment styles. The child may learn to self-soothe and downplay their struggles. Fear of intimacy. The adult may have trouble showing emotions and may avoid sexual contact. Trust issues. They may have trust issues in romantic and other relationships. They may develop an anxious attachment style, which results in clinginess and constantly seeking reassurance and validation. And most time it's in the wrong places in people. Or they may distance themselves from others due to the fear of rejection or disappointment. Low self-esteem is common when growing up with an emotionally absent mother. Anxiety and abandonment fears, social anxiety. And there are some physical effects as well. Increased risk of cardiovascular disease, diabetes, cancer, and strokes, eating disorders, stomach aches, headaches, and sleeplessness. Cognitive defects, speech delays, development delays, behavior changes such as acting in school, engaging in risky behavior, or being defiant. Attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. Y'all know that one. What is that? ADHD. Y'all know the one I'm talking about. ADHD. Y'all get what I'm saying. Mental health issues. Anxiety, depression, emotional difficulties if they've been raised by a parent who's cold. Suicidal attempts is high. Overachieving, an attempt to gain the parent's approval or compensate for the lack of affection. Some children might push themselves to excel at the expense of their own well-being. Here are some of the effects of the cold mother on the child. Okay. So I'm not going to leave you without giving you healing. Okay. Not going to leave you without giving you some healing tips. Okay. So if you are experiencing or have experienced the cold mother syndrome, you're experiencing not having a parent that is emotionally available, here are some steps where you can get. Now, when it comes to the cold mother, you also can use the same tips for yourself as well, because 9 times out of 10, these tips will actually help you overcome it, as well as dealing with whatever your causes are, because you have to figure out what is causing you to be a cold mother and address those, right? So, number 1, recognition. Healing begins when you recognize the harm done to you. Issues were rooted in your parents' emotional needs, not your inadequacies. Confronting the past and allow yourself to feel angry. Acceptance. Accept that only they can change their behavior. You cannot change your mama. You cannot change your daddy. Only they can do that. Your abusive parent may never get better or change, but what matters most is that you do. Self-awareness, self-love. Allow yourself to grieve. Despite the physical presence of one's cold mother, you are allowed to grieve the emotional absence you felt from her growing up. And here's an important one. Build a support network. The importance of seeking out and building a network of emotional support is particularly important for people who grew up without proper emotional support. And here's the big one. Professional help. Not on YouTube, not on panels, but professional. An experienced therapist can help you make sense of the past. They can also help you develop new ways to look at yourself and relating to others to build meaningful relationships. Now, here is a really, really good point here. The next one. Disconnect from your cold mother. I know it may be hard to do, but in some cases, you may have to disconnect from your cold mother. I didn't say disrespect her. Okay. That's not what I said. I said disconnect. Okay. If your cold mother is still a part of your life and remains as cold as ever, it may be more beneficial to you to let her go. At times, loving or hating a person from afar is healthier than keeping them close. Okay, babies? The last one. Engage in reparenting and unlearning. A large part of healing from cold parenting is taking ourselves to reparent the little kid in us who did not receive the love they needed. In doing this, we can support our older self in unlearning the negative behaviors we may have picked up on from a cold mother in childhood, so that we do not pass that down to our children, so that you do not treat your children the same way you were treated. So you have to unlearn those things and recognize that this is not the correct behavior. Okay, guys? I told y'all this wasn't gonna be long. I just need to get through the lessons, okay? I just need to get to the lessons. We done, baby. Okay. Because Fatty done sent me that link, baby. Okay, I'm about to go and watch this Tommy Sommelier and Dr. Umar's daughter on Rumble. I got to see this drama. So thank you everybody for coming through. I just want to drop those gems. Make sure y'all guys hit the like. Go back into the comments and leave a comment if you have a question. If you have a suggestion of a show that you want, and I can do some research for you, you need some information. There are some links in the description. If you need some information on conscious parenting, you can hit up the SEDS. Their information is in the chat, in the description. If you need some information on how to better parent, if you have a autistic child, you can always hit me up on that one. And those links are in the description as well. What else? Yeah, make sure you go back and you do comment. Make sure you guys, hit the super thanks, hit the super like, make sure y'all hit the Cashapp and all that other good stuff. So I thank y'all for joining me. And I hope this information helps someone that may have experienced the cold mother syndrome. And quite frankly, I can name a couple of people in this space that has experienced the cold mother syndrome. Okay. But we're not going to go there. So having said that, guys, thank you guys for tuning in. I truly, truly appreciate every last one of you that tuned in and chatted and sent super chats and all that other wonderful things. Speaking of, let us get to the things. Shout out to Chef Shapino for the $5 super chat. Thank you so much. Shout out for Tio for becoming a member. And then Tio came back around and he gifted 5 memberships. Thank you, Tio, for getting us to our goal. And Promote Conscious Parenting gifted 1 membership. So I thank you guys for all the super chats and the memberships. Thank you.
Yeah.
All this money coming to me. No handouts, I really had to do it for me. Watch me work, watch me work, watch me work. Get out the dirt. All this money coming to me. No handouts, I really had to do it for me. Watch me work, watch me work, watch me work. Get out the dirt. You ain't hater, but you never gonna stop me. Yellow clout, really can't
can't block me. Pipe down like a D appointment. I'm high class and you're just real annoying. Cutting people off like in traffic. Some say it's black girl magic. Some got it and some just have it. Known to give old school vibes like classics. Work hard, my dream can't snatch it. Homegrown, this here ain't plastic. If you want a girl, you can have it. Never judge how you go and get it. Everybody blueprint different. Like I'm trying to heal some children. Let them know, never hide their feelings. They can make it and reach past ceilings. All this money, money, money coming to me. No handouts, I really had to do it for me. Watch me work, watch me work, watch me work. Get out the dirt.
All right, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. Make sure you guys tune in to Promote Conscious Parenting tomorrow. I believe I guess at 8:15, I don't know, but Eastern time for tomorrow for Promote Conscious Parenting. And then on Wednesday we have the Try Reacts, because you know I saw something. Okay. And then Thursday back with Versus on Promote Conscious Parenting. And then Friday morning is Witching Hours. Oh yes, and Witching Hours is in the morning. Marcus. At 3:25 a.m. Okay. Witching Hours. And then on Friday morning at 3:25, another episode of Witching Hour. And then Saturday, Cerebral. And then Sunday, Super Sunday and Shame Sunday. So we just back, you know. So having said that, yep. Bye.
As soon as the show over, he do like this. Well, I'm ready to go.
Watch me do it again. Tell them I can't take no loss. My team hold no L's, no. Aiming for the top, can't make it by myself. I ain't taking no loss. I ain't taking no loss. Look, I'ma always win. I ain't taking no loss. Look, I'ma always win. We already know that we the coldest. Watch me heat it up, let me focus. I'm going toe to toe with foes. I know they notice. I kick in doors, they only hope for closing. Why? Cause they know I go again and go again. And when they get it dry, I'm the one that can make it flow again. Talk to me nice, my team they ready to go again. Running into us, we'll gladly send you home again. We don't talk, better know the grind gon' match my walk. I'm a cheat code, I don't take no loss. Making no sense, run up the scope. Cause all I do is win. And I'ma do it again. Watch me win, then watch me do it again. Tell them I can't take no loss. My team hold no L's, no. Aiming for the top, can't make it by myself. I ain't taking no loss.